Hi, my name is Nashire Berg, and this is Save Our Streets TV. Today is episode 5, and we have special guest Elona Hope Mitchell-Strong. She's the owner of Too Strong clothing brand and a professional model and fashion designer. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, sweetheart.
So, how did you come into the modeling and fashion business, I guess?
I started modeling 3 years ago. It was something that I always wanted to do. It's something that I've always done when I was a child, running around the house, trying clothing on and stuff. It officially started 3 years ago when I tried out for Atlantic City Fashion Week. Mm-hmm. After I was casted with them, it just took off from there. It was just nothing but runways and photography, photo shoots, magazines, and things like that. My designing started 2 years ago. That's when I started Too Strong, and that's pretty much how that started.
How did you come up with the name Too Strong?
My father would send me cards, and on the back of the card it would say, "A man is great not because he hasn't failed. A man is great because failure hasn't stopped him. Too strong." And it just went from there.
As a child, you said you always tried on clothes and everything. Did you from a child actually think yeah, I'm gonna be a model?
I always knew I wanted to be a model. My mother, of course, wasn't always for it. Her idea for me was to be in architecture and follow that, 9 to 5 and do that. Other besides that, modeling was always a go for me.
So when you're modeling, do you still find it nervous, sometimes?
I believe if you even ask a football player before he goes out on the field, he still gets nervous before he plays. You ask a basketball player, he gets nervous before he gets out there and he does what he has to do, no matter what I do. Before I walk out at the end of my collection, even before I walk out on the runway, I am nervous as a shaken dog wet.
How do you come up with some of your collection ideas for your clothing?
I'm a 90s baby, so everything is always strictly 90s for me. My best friend, she's a singer, so everything is music and bound when it comes to that. I try to stay within my realm, which is 90s and cartoons and fashion.
Okay. So, can you name a few of the shows that you modeled at?
New York Fashion Week, Harlem Fashion Week, Atlantic City Fashion Week, Art Fashion Week, Soho Fashion Week. There's a lot of them.
Do you from each one? Do you you pick up stuff from it, but do you ever feel I don't know, it's a good a fun experience for you?
Every show is an experience. Every show is also a learning experience for what you need to prepare for the next time. So every fashion show I do learn something. I learn to better my walk, my posture, my attitude. When you meet people, it's always a good thing to meet people on a good energy. People remember that. They remember the energy you brought. So if you're negative, people remember that. So I always try to stay in a very good high energy and try to be a people pleaser.
Yeah, you don't seem like you have much negative energy.
I try not to have that.
I don't really know. I know your mom, because I've met her.
Yes.
She's a big part. Does she help you a lot through it?
My mom is my biggest anchor. Oh my goodness, I call her before every big decision. I call her after I made the decision, even if it was an answer she'd give me or not. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't pursue as hard as I do. I do what I do to make sure she's okay later on down the road. I don't want her to work as hard as she's worked.
I understand. Well, your mom, she's a nice person.
Yeah, she's a woman.
Is there any other support systems that you have?
Yes, my best friend. I have a lot of support in my background. I really don't like to include my support. Gotta keep that undisclosed. But my personal life is my personal life. My business is my business. I try to keep it separate. So my support is personal. And the people that do show up for my events, I try to keep them as personal as private as well.
Okay, I understand. When you're modeling, do you ever feel as if obviously you can always do things to make yourself better, as you said, but do you ever feel there's something you're doing something not right?
Yes. For every runway, there's a walk. For every show, there's a certain, there's a protocol. There's runways where they want you to walk down there and be avant-garde. They want you to be extra. And then there's runways where they want you to be as stiff as a board. You know, so it's like you always have to be mindful about what show you're at, you know, and you, like I said, you always pick up something. I've never honestly walked on a runway and felt like I was doing something wrong. Anything that I've ever done on the runway, it's always been asked of me by a designer. So no, I wouldn't say that yet. God
Have
forbid.
you modeled with like any of your brand like clothing on?
I try to wear my brand almost every other day. I don't like to wear other brands, but it does happen because I can't walk around in my clothes every day.
So last summer you helped with Willie in our program to do the kids fashion show.
Yes.
How did you what made you want to do it?
You guys inspire me. You guys want to do so much, and it's just amazing, and I want you guys to do it all. I want you to achieve your goals, and I want you guys to reach for it. I don't ever want you to stop, so if I have to sit here and work with you guys day in and day out, or if I have to show up and do a fashion show to encourage you to do that, then that is what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, I appreciated you coming, especially, I know a bunch of other people did, but because, I don't know, as like a child, like I'm a child still, but I always wanted to like pursue like a modeling career or anything, so like I tell everyone like people, my mom asked me, who's your inspiration? Elona. Because like I don't know, yeah, you're just my inspiration for modeling. Like as you said, like it's that if you said you have to work with us so that we can actually pursue it. Like I feel like you working with us like actually got me out of my shell a little bit. So thank you.
Well, thank you. That made my day. You made my job so much easier. Like, thank you. I could go to bed tonight and know that I did exactly what I wanted to do and make sure that you do exactly what you want to do. So whenever you need help, you let me know and I will help you.
That pretty much wraps it up. I don't really know.
Okay, well, I mean, thank you. I can't thank you enough so much.
Thank you
If
for
anything,
coming.
like I said, you are my mini-me, and if you ever need me.
Thank you for watching Save Our Streets TV episode 5. We hope to see you back again soon.